And we are sweet. There we go. Alright, get some tunage for the background. All that. There we go. Stupid fucking Listerines. What tickling me for my shirt? Thought I had like some weird itch all day, and I was just like, oh, it's a string. That's always annoying. That's the same as I was doing. He's pretty much been in this corner for most of the time. Aside a few times I took him out today, he's just been sitting over here in this corner the entire time, just vibing, just like not giving a fuck. And it is ridiculous. A ridiculous little sweet boy. I figure we have a few little late night musings and see what's going on for this evening. Just because I feel like there could at least be a little funny little meme or some interesting little topic we could probably find and find ourselves into. So, we'll just be blunt. I feel like there's not going to be much of just like really anything, unfortunately. Considering how there's just like nothing much besides just the same shit over and fucking over again. When it comes to this whole Israel thing, it's just like, I'm just, at this rate, just trying to avoid it. There we go. Let's see what random things. Man, there really isn't much. The fuck? Boo. Yeah, you know what, fuck it. I won't worry about too much on that one for now. There's a few things I could probably think of that we could pull up anyway. Of the Venom Gone on Strike MC. Gone on Strike? I mean, nah, he's just asleep, I'm assuming. I mean, it's pretty late at night, I'm assuming he's probably sleeping. Well, I'm just sitting here enjoying my little late night musings. At least seeing if there is at least anything. That might be at least worth shit to try and check out and look at. Oh, my itch. Man. Ooh. Man, this is disappointing. Because, like, everything's just been hyper oversaturated, like, of the whole, like, you know, Israeli conflict shit. There's pretty much, like, a majority of, like, anything that could be worth, like, looking at is pretty much just that shit. And it's just like, oh my fucking god. It's just how I feel. It's like, oh my god. Please tell me this is satire. What we got going on here? If it wants to actually... Oh wow, actually I think did here. Let's see if it'll open up. Oh wait, hold on. I think it's just because Reddit's stupid sometimes. It doesn't like open at, you know, when I first pull it up. Come on. Well enough to remember when we celebrate Christmas like this. Not this. So what the hell? So I guess having Christmas, yeah, Christmas cards or having like homeless people. What? They're just a part of the Christmas decoration now, I guess. I love this first thing. I just love that the generation that works so diligently to gut units, ship jobs overseas, and effectively destroy the middle class is now shitty on modern times. But as a result, more and more homelessness in major metropolitan areas can expect self-awareness from boomers. Nothing like a homeless camp to make the Christmas spirit, dude. I mean, for real. You gotta have that homeless camp to really get the that like Christmas spirit going, dude. Because I mean, that's how you really get that homey, like, you know, family feel. Just having a few, like homeless camps out and about with your Christmas decorations. I mean, the stereotypical Christmas town that you have on like the family like decoration mantle, whatever the fuck, it's got to at least have a few homeless camps, you know, to really just add the icing on everything. Maybe have one or two of them, like, you know, being frozen to death too, just for, you know, good taste. And for realism. Let's see if there's anything that we can at least maybe like look at least in between everything. Let's see if there is anything that isn't just either memes or like literally endless cavalcade of just like Israel-Palestine bullshit. Let's see. Because there's bound to at least be like, you know, something or another. At least like one or two things that may or may not be out there. That's like literally all I ask for. It's like, I mean, we can't, I mean, it just can't all just strictly be like, oh yeah, here, look at this area of the world. Because that means nothing else is going on in the world. And thus, we have no reason to look at it. It's just like, what? Hey. What are you doing? Big ol' boof. Was that you? What the hell? Is that like a... What was that? Alright, I think I see how it is. Do that again, I dare you. I dare you. I dare you to do that again. I dare you, doggo. Oh, some of you would do that with a little bit more aggression. Alright. Goofball. There you go. Goofy dog. I think I'm starting to notice this dog's strategy sometimes with dealing with me. He just wants to make like a lot of noise and just smack the shit out of things. I mean, I knew that part. Like, he loves to just like just slap his paw on the thing and just like watch it just go flying around. Because I was all happy. Goofy dog. He's just a ridiculous little goof. Yeah. See little memes around for this Wednesday. Ah, shit. Motherfuck. Hey, music, get back here. There we go. It literally is just like, am I just like gonna like be destined to talk about this with some more or something? Am I just doomed? Cause like the first thing, that I keep seeing it for like the past like 30 minutes now is like 30 minutes to an hour. It's like an 8-hour-old thing where it's like, it's really forced to prepare ground offenses. So it's like, now they're gonna like send in, their fucking panzers and, like basically do a fucking utter, just basically scorched earth. Like, that's essentially is what's gonna happen. Colombia's president, Gustavo Petro, compared Israelis' targeting of Gaza in retaliation for deadly attacks by military groups of Hamas to the Nazi persecution of Jews. According to a statement by Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, announcing a complete siege of God's fight against, quote, animals. But just said this is what Nazis said of the Jews. Yeah, literally, like almost damn near word for word. And I mean, at least there is like some sort of a world leader that at least is just calling it for what the fuck it is. It's like, yeah, it is basically just Nazistic behavior. Like, their government is basically acting like, you know, like a modernistic, like, Nazi-style government. So, you know, it seems a little self-explanatory to at least call it for what it is. Can I help you? Can I help you, little pup? Can I help you, doggo? Can I help you? You're just giving me the look. It's like, what the fuck? Why? You're just giving me the look. It's honestly a little weird when he gets me to look sometimes, because it starts getting like a little creepy after a while. Where it's just like, why? Why do you keep looking at me like this? Because it makes me think he's gonna like do something. Do something a little deviant or mischievous. I mean, he does, but I just feel like he's going to expand that, you know, prospect. I'm not too sure about that. Not too sure how I feel about that. Man, oh my god. I scrolled down just ever so slightly on YouTube, and this, of course, is literally just more fucking bullshit of it. Bibi addressed ongoing conflict of Hamas and Israel, calling for a unity government. So he's just calling for literally a one-state party-ran government. So he's just asking for a dictatorship. What? Like, this dude is like straight up just saying, fuck it, dictatorship, let's do it. Because isn't this guy, like, technically, like, you know, under investigation in court for, like, his own election shit or something? I know he's, like, got his own indictments and own investigations of shit going on. Like, he's not exactly, like, that liked by a lot of people. Even within his own country. But, I mean, because there, you know, is a lot of this kind of, like, superseding of Zionism that, like, that pretty much, like, washes over any fucking opinion that one may have about a politician. They're just going to agree with that and go with that instead. Like, a lot of these, like, you know, settler types, and a lot of, you know, these, you know, like, staunch hardliners, you know, like, whatever their opinions are of Bibi, they don't give a fuck. They literally don't care. They see him as a necessary good, basically. Oh, he's done some bad, like, yeah, he's did fraud here and there, but he's, you know, pushing the holy, you know, state and stuff, so he's cool. I mean, like, to them, you know, corruption is just like a means to an end. Like, they don't really care. Like, because they, you know, like, because, you know, like, honestly, a majority of the population is just apathetic to it all. They don't give a fuck as long as, you know, their basic, you know, standard of living is fine. Like, they literally cannot give a fuck about, like, you know, the consequences, you know, of how that outcome happens. And, you know, and because of that, it pretty much encourages and incentivizes a lot of, you know, large swaths of these populations to partake in the overt participation of this ethnic cleansing. Like, whether just, like, you know, doing settlements. Shut up! Whether, like, doing settlements or, like, you know, or like going so far out of the way to like, you know, bulldoze them themselves and to fucking like, you know, shoot these Palestinians if they try to like defend their property and stuff. So I mean, like, those motherfuckers pretty much overtly just like go out of the way to, you know, like, you know, continue their fucking Zionistic holy nation narrative and mission. Pretty basic sandwiches: fried hoagie, mayo, mustard, turkey. Hey, slush guacamole, provolone, cucumber, tomato, lettuce. Don't really have a lot that I like on there. Don't like mayo. I'm not really fond of guacamole. Don't really like tomato. Could do without the provolone too. Sounds good, but it's not my thing. So I won't dog on it, but, you know, if you offered that to me, I probably wouldn't eat it. I'd be like, nah, it's all good. You have it. Your version of the Jimmy John sandwich. Well, I will admit, it doesn't sound bad. I mean, it does seem pretty good, but, you know, like I said, it's got stuff that I definitely don't like on it, so I know I wouldn't eat it, personally. But it seems fine. Here. Is there, like, anything here? Gotta be at least like something here so we could like look at it. Come on. Boo. Boo. Okay. He's just in this little ball over there now. But so far, weather is looking good for Sunday for South Mountain. Yeah, I'd work that day. I mean, I guess I could call in or something, but I don't know. It'd be one of those things where I have to see about maybe switching with somebody or something. I probably could, though. But I'm just not too sure. You have to get up earlier because Tyler needs to be back at 10 p.m. at the latest. Oh my god, because of course. Dude, I love him, but holy shit, he is just like so weird about that sometimes. Because on the days that he doesn't do that, like, I mean, he stays up pretty late, so it's just like, what the hell? I don't care that much. I'm fine with getting up early. I mean, I don't care either. I'll just have, like, you know, some energy drinks with me or something. I mean, I'm just, like, I'm just more or less just wondering about that with Melty just because I know how he is. More or less just kind of bitching about that. More so than having to get up early. Because, like I said, I mean, it's, like, sometimes he's like, oh, I have to make sure I'm, like, at home by 8, yo, and it's like, bruh. I mean, it's like, I'm sure if you miss, like, an hour or two, you'll be just fine, you know what I mean? It's like, come on now. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, he, you know, it can be a little loosey-goosey sometimes. I mean, the thing is, I know he is, so it's like, why be super strict? I mean, like, on like some points, just just because I know you don't have to. Does need your beauty sleep? Well, evidently, I don't. Well, I do, but I mean, I make it work. I certainly at least try to make that shit work. Man, is there like... Oh shit, there's like a new job offer we missed. Last week tonight. On homeschooling, huh? Oh, fuck it, we could probably check that out. Some Karen's been playing about Tool and calling them death metal. Wait, what? Where and why? They're not death metal at all. Like, they might have, like, some metal, I guess, but they're not even metal. They're rock, aren't they? Like, oh my god. At Daddy Base's store, of all places. Oh my god. Oh, I just can't handle that death metal, ma'am. This is like 90s to 2000s era rock. Oh, well, it's still evil. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, alright, bitch. It's like, okay. We'll put past me if she was like homeschooled or some shit. Yeah, let's check out some John Oliver. It's been a minute since we've seen him. Well, besides the last time when he came back.
Our main story tonight concerns school. For some, it's a place to make lifelong friends and enjoy first crushes.
I was kicked out of Walmart already. I don't want to deal with this death metal shit here. And now we're gonna start slowly getting into school. It's already bad that we had this gender shit.
I'm not naming names. It's not. It's different. Specifically, we're going to talk about homeschool. During the pandemic, many parents were suddenly forced to do it, and while some struggled, others, like this family, absolutely thrived.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now you know your ABCs.
Hey, you know what? I actually respect that. That's actually kind of bopping. Yo, they made that shit bump, bro. Dude, you know what? I was kind of bopping to that, yo. Like, hold up. I'm gonna bump back on that one a little bit. That was a bop, dude. They made it like ABCs, like fucking spitting fire, yo.
Some struggled.
I'm not even kidding. That was actually pretty good. I like that.
Absolutely thrived.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Dude, even the mom was getting it, too. She's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Listen to that beat. That's right, kids. It's cringy as fuck. Dude, okay, look. Yes, it is kind of cringe, but you're just gonna have to recognize that these are parents just trying to teach their kids, you know? And, like, because obviously this is probably during the pandemic. It's probably like an old-ass 2020 clip, you know? And they're just trying to teach their kids because, well, Jesus Christ, they have fucking 7 kids, if you count the little toddler that's sitting up there, too. Like, holy shit, they're prolific. But, I mean, you know, like, but obviously they seem like, you know, they can handle it. They got what looks like a pretty nice, well-off house and shit. You know, so whatever. I mean, you know, I don't know, they're making the most of it, I guess.
That is clearly excellent, but it is also a pretty mean way to make other parents look like total shit. Because that is significantly better than anything I did with my kids during the pandemic. It was much less singing certified alphabet bangers and much more hiding in the closet praying they would not find me. Quick shout out to the baby on the counter living her best life. She has no idea what's going on, but yet there she is in the centre of it all, like Mariah Carey on a New Year's broadcast.
Dude, that little baby is just chilling, vibing, like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna sit here rocking my little, like, rocking seat to these beats. I don't give a fuck. Dude, that baby do be vibing, though.
Now, Family, like many, eventually sent their kids back to school. But for some, homeschooling isn't just a pandemic-era necessity, it's a way of life. And you may have heard a stereotype of homeschoolers being Christian conservatives who object to what kids learn in public school environments. And I admit, those people do exist. Take this man who offers this pretty shaky rationalisation for pulling his kid out of school.
I think the type of content on what they're teaching about.
Holy fuck, his mustache game is insane. Dude, what the fuck? You could, like, make, like, a goddamn rope ladder out of that. What the fuck? Like, dude, I could, like, climb a tree, you know, like, I could use that as a goddamn lasso, dude. Holy fuck.
Sex or anal sex. That
my
third grade daughter should not be in a classroom where a teacher or someone else is teaching her about that.
And that was
that isn't being taught in third grade. I mean, and also usually when it comes to learning about basic sex ed, yeah, things like anal sex and shit like that does come up because that's a part of shocker sex education.
experience in school.
I through friends in other spots that had been kids at those ages, because mine was only in first grade when we pulled him.
Well, that sounds like total bullshit. Although I guess I do basically agree with him there. Things that are definitely not happening should continue not to happen. But the truth is, the homeschooling community is much broader than just right-wing parents afraid of hypothetical third-grade lube demonstrations. By one estimate, there are now around 2 million children being homeschooled in this country, and parents can choose that for all sorts of reasons. Maybe their kids have social or health problems or disabilities that aren't being accommodated. Maybe they're families with legitimate fears about school safety or who are in the military and move around a lot. And there's also a growing number of black parents opting to homeschool due to whitewashed curriculums and zero-tolerance policies in schools that disproportionately criminalise their kids at an early age. So there are lots of reasons to do it. And the fact is, for some kids...
I think that's just more of an indictment of our education system more than anything. Because, honestly, I'm not, like, exactly 100% keen on this whole idea of homeschooling. I know there could definitely be plenty of parents that, you know, can probably be just fine. If anything, could probably thrive in a way, you know, with shit like that. But, I don't know. I mean, I've heard way too many experiences about, like, the right-wing weirdo creeps and freaks that generally, like, you know, like intensely, like, push this narrative of, like, you know, trying to basically isolate their children to basically build them up in their weird, like, social, like, cultural or religious, like, way of living, basically.
To be homeschooled can be genuinely transformative.
At 15, Victoria asked her mom, Bernita, to take her out of Detroit schools. She says she was being bullied relentlessly for her appearance, and it didn't seem like her administrators cared.
I mean, it's because she's black, got pink hair, and a little chunky. I mean, she looks cute. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I mean, she looks like, you know, just a regular old, you know, teenage kid. Like, big deal. Like, what, am I supposed to be like, oh, wow, brr.
Made me not want to ask questions, you know, or not want to ask specific questions because I'm like, oh, am I like, they gonna call me dumb?
When you transitioned to homeschooling, how did you start to feel about yourself?
I felt more confident. It was just like kind of like a sunshine, like the clouds opening a little bit.
That's great.
That's good. I mean, you know, like, you know, it seems like it works better for her. So, right on. I mean, you know, like, I don't know, I guess we'll let this play out a little more, just because, like, you know, I want to, like, you know, like, I don't know, I want to kind of, like, hear some, because obviously I think, you know, John Oliver's going to probably try to do, like, a steelman argument about homeschooling here, so I kind of want to see what he kind of means here.
Nice. And I know that's not something you usually hear me say after a clip on this show. It's usually a variation of that's horrible, that's heartbreaking, or shut the fuck up, you baby bitch lawn dance. So, frankly, this
Haven't Tucker on that.
changes pace. The point is the ceiling.
Dude, I mean, compare, you know, with the last show he did and this one, dude, like, John Oliver's been on some bangers, dude.
How good homeschooling can be is admittedly very high. But the floor of how bad it can get is basically non-existent. Because to an extent that you may not realise, in many parts of the country, homeschooling is essentially unregulated, which can result in enormous damage. So given that, tonight, let's take a look at homeschooling. And let's start with the fact that there is a lot that we don't know about homeschooled kids, from exactly how many there are to what they are learning. When I said there are around 2 million of them, the reason that's an estimate is that, depending on the state, homeschool families might not have to report what they are doing at all.
This is a problem. Like, there needs to be immense reports and documentation. There needs to be strict regulation when it comes to something like this. Because I'll admit, honestly, I'm not, inherently against the idea of homeschooling, because I think, obviously, there could be, circumstances that might make it somewhat necessary. I mean, obviously, for example, a pandemic, would certainly be one reason. Or, if a child's being, bullied and, there's no other real good alternative, to do. Stuff like that. So there's at least, understandable reasons for it. So it's there just needs to be strict regulatory process, so it can't just simply be oh, well, you can just do it willy-nilly, who gives a fuck.
26 states, parents simply have to file a notice once a year with officials to let them know that they are homeschooling their child.
Must file an annual notice. Why is Oregon not on this list? Is California, Washington, Montana, Wyoming, or no, right? Yeah, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, fucking Louisiana, Georgia, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee. Dude, what? This is a scatter shot. It's all over the place.
These 13, they only have to file a notice once with no requirement to check in.
What the fuck? Why? Okay, this is fucked up. Why is Oregon here? Yo. Okay, fuck you, Oregon. What are we doing? Oregon, what are we doing? It should be this at the minimal. Honestly, I think it should be, every 6 months. Or, at least, when it comes to, updating, paperwork and stuff like that. But at least, a, weekly or, a monthly meeting with, some sort of educational administrator or counselor or stuff like that to make sure that they're, at least, staying up to date with, the generalized, kind of curriculum levels and stuff. There needs to be, something in place, to at least, do regular checkups. This is fucked.
Ever again. And in the remaining 11, they don't have to notify anyone at all.
I love how Idaho is at least still worse than us. So, you know what? Good job, Oregon. You're better than Idaho. Fuck you, Idaho. I hate Idaho. Fuck you, Idaho. You're worse than us. Fucking potato munchers. And then you got Texas, Oklahoma, and then just basically the entire Midwest. Outside of, the Dakotas, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
And when it comes to the education system, filing a notice is typically where supervision stops, as in most states, there is no oversight and no evaluation by anyone of the academic program and of students' progress. And homeschooling advocates will tell you that that is not a concern, and the parents will simply come up with all sorts of innovative ways to teach their kids. Here is one parent enthusiastically explaining how he taught his kids science.
I can't tell you how many times, in my home, in our kitchen table, we dissected, sheep eyeballs or frogs. Kitchens are great labs for this kind of thing.
Wait, what the fuck? Sheep eyeballs and frogs? I've dissected stuff, I dissected a squid and a frog before and stuff like that. Not sheep eyeballs. In your kitchen? In the kitchen. Where you cook and prep food for the family. In your son. What? What?
Where did somebody get a sheep eyeball?
Well, John, you can just Google sheep eyeball for homeschoolers.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And even he's kind of looking at you with weird concern, you're weird, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, first, are Are kitchens the best lab for this kind of thing?
No.
I think probably labs are the best lab for this kind of thing. I'm just saying, maybe don't go dissecting sheep eyeballs in the same place where you cut olives for salad. Also, do not Google sheep eyeballs despite what that man just said. I did it, and I'm not even going to show you the result unblurred because it is too nauseating.
Oh my... Carolina's perfect solution, preserved sheep eyes. Oh my god, you could actually... Okay, that is so weird. You could order these things. Dude, who does this?
Suffice to say, it looks like what would happen if an oyster had a butthole. And while that man was clear...
No, fuck. Alright, who wrote that? Okay, maybe this new WGA contract was probably a bad idea for whoever wrote that. Oh, God.
To go to impressive lengths for at-home science lessons. Not everyone has the time or the resources to develop a curriculum from scratch. That is why there are big publishers who offer materials specifically tailored to homeschoolers. And much of that market is dominated by these three Christian textbook publishers who...
Oh, I know of ACE. I think they're, like, a part of the Texas Institute or something, aren't they?
Learning through a biblical filter. And look, it is absolutely a parent's right to educate their child with religion if they so choose. But the quality of some of these books can be troubling.
And honestly, I don't even agree with that personally. Like, when it comes to education specifically, like, I don't think so. Like, on your private time, sure. Like, you know, like before bed, you want to read them a little Bible story, some shit, sure. But when it comes to like, yeah, I'm homeschooling you, and now we're gonna like sit for like 4 to 6 hours a day or some shit to teach you. Like, no. Like, that's where I think it should be excluded.
For instance, one current Abeka history book says that the beginning of the 20th century witnessed a cultural breakdown that threatened to destroy the very roots of Western civilization. The cause of this dissolution was an idea or philosophy known as liberalism.
What? You mean the enlightened, what, huh?
Meanwhile, a workbook from ACE celebrates the Confederate General Robert E. Lee as a devoted Christian who practiced his Christianity in all his dealings with others. And a science book from Bob Jones University claims...
Oh yeah, the good Christian value of, like, you know, make sure that the black man is brought up with the whites because, you know, they can't be trusted to do it themselves because, you know, that's a great Christian moral standing.
Biblical and scientific evidence tends to support the idea that men and dinosaurs existed at the same time. And if you're wondering what that would look like, ACE actually had a workbook featuring this rendering, implying that not only...
Dinosaurs with men? Why are they wearing, like, jeans and, like, sweaters? Bruh. Dude, what?
Did men and dinosaurs exist at the same time, but they were totally cool with each other. Hey, Hank, great tucked-in shirt. Do you see that dinosaur over there? Sure do, Bob. Love those jeans, by the way. Should we run? No way. These dinos are chill. Let's just keep whacking these leaves with that one sword knife that you brought. Well, all of that is pretty troubling. The truth is, in many states, the rules and oversight can be so lax, parents don't ultimately have to teach their kids anything at all. Just watch as this former homeschool student breaks down her daily schedule.
This is my actual list of assignments. We've got the date at the top. I would have been 12. First, we've got classical music, which was just turning on classical music in the morning so that everyone could hear it. We've got...
Well, that's lame. I was hoping maybe it would be like, you know, delving into classical music theory, but I guess not. And also, why would he be needing to delve into that at 12?
Bible listening. We've got handwriting and math. That's fairly normal. We've got memorizing the Bible. We've got memorizing poetry. The poetry was mostly hymns. We've got exercise. That's good. It was usually just walking around the block. And then the whole entire rest of the list is...
It's just chores. Clean up the room, fold laundry, clean living room, clean off the bar, tidy short shelf in the dining room, tiny stereo cabinet, clean the cupboards, dust the piano. Oh my fucking god, it's just chores.
Chores and cleaning tasks.
It's true.
So basically, you know, hey, your homeschooling is basically being a maid. Like, what the fuck?
most of her lessons.
This is why I'm against homeschooling, you know, at least, you know, like, really, like, at least, you know, on its principle, because, like, of the abuse that, you know, can, you know, be done. Like, there needs to be, like, some sort of, like, a state regulatory body, you know, to oversee this shit, because there needs to be, like, some sort of, you know, element of the, you know, educational body to be like, hey, this doesn't abide by fucking anything that has to do with no educating shit. Get these chores off of here entirely and actually fill with stuff that is worth learning.
Involve chores
and also get the Bible shit out, too.
Look at that list. That is a lot of cleaning demands. Who was her parent? This guy? I mean,
Mr. Clean.
Don't get me wrong. He's an absolute zaddy. Would, will, and I'll take seconds. But as hot as he makes doing chores seem, it's not an adequate alternative to education, is it? Although I will say, even that is a preferable alternative to the single worst homeschool curriculum that we've found, whose creators excitedly promoted it on a podcast.
We are so deeply invested into making sure that that child
what's the name of this podcast? Octone Americana? Is this like a Nazi podcast? Hold on, is this on YouTube? I'm actually gonna look this up. What? Oh, I want it. I'm just literally getting German shit. Yeah, I'm just literally getting literally nothing of the sorts. It's on YouTube. I'm literally just getting random other German stuff.
becomes a wonderful Nazi.
I was only guessing. I was guessing. Oh my god. We're so deeply invested in making sure that our child becomes a wonderful Nazi. Why am I a psychic with this shit? Can I stop being a psychic? I don't like my new power I have just attained, apparently. Like, there's been way too many times where I'm just like, you know, will say something as a one-off, and then it's just like, oh, well, yeah, here you go. That's what actually is the thing. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, before we even get to this, I'm just like, huh, you know, I'm like looking at this like, huh, is this a Nazi podcast? Oh, yeah, let's make sure that our kid's a wonderful Nazi. It's like, oh, well, fuck me. Egypt warned Israel about an attack being planned. They did nothing, of course. Oh, yeah, I heard about that, which, go figure. I don't know if you've been, like, tuning into any of this, but holy fuck, dude, this shit right here was just absurd. I just want to play this back, because this is just, like...
Did it on a podcast.
We are so deeply invested into making sure that that child becomes a wonderful Nazi. And by homeschooling, we're going to get that done.
Well...
And by homeschooling, we're going to get that done. This is why I'm against homeschooling, because these motherfuckers, you know, yearn to basically try to push their narrative by this. Because that's how you can do it. Homeschooling is isolating and, you know, essentially, you know, like, cordoning off, you know, a child, you know, to basically be taught by the parent and, you know, however they see fit and, you know, essentially isolating, you know, from the outside world. That's how a cult operates. That's why there needs to be hyper strict regulations, you know, against homeschooling, if anything, at this point.
It is terrifying. You never want to hear a mother lovingly utter the sentence, "My kid's a wonderful Nazi," outside of maybe if they're praising their son's performance as Rolf in The Sound of Music. And even then, just say wonderful Rolf. What's wrong with you? That woman and her husband actually launched their own online community, Dissident Homeschool, in 2021 after she had a, quote, rough time finding Nazi-approved school material for her homeschool children. And you know...
I wonder why.
What? Good!
Fuck your shit, yeah. Fuck Nazis, and fuck that crack whore fucking Nazi cunt. Like, I mean, she's a fucking savage beast as far as I give a shit. Like, I mean, fuck these people. I mean, they shouldn't have any material to be able to fucking spread to influence their, philosophy or their ideology by, and have any forms of that type of shit, minimalized, when it comes to its influence and spread. Utterly.
Be an evil human. If you search for that, it should probably autocorrect to, did you mean how do I take myself to jail?
Based.
At one point, Distant Homeschool had nearly 2,500 subscribers and included ideas like handwriting exercises consisting of writing out quotes from Adolf Hitler, which I think we can all agree is just appalling. Handwriting exercises? That is just cruel. They should be working on their keyboard skills through games like Mavis Beacon Teaches the Final Solution, although not that, don't actually do that. That is awful. The channel also posted tips ensuring that their parents were in full compliance with the law so that the state wouldn't interfere. But as you have already seen...
I wonder what that means.
In most states, they don't have much to worry about there. Because when it comes to homeschooling, basically anything goes. So, how the fuck is that the case? Well, in large part, it's thanks to a very powerful homeschooling lobby, whose most prominent player is the Homeschool Legal Defense Association, or HSLDA. And here is where I will concede some ground. Because it grew out an environment that was, in many places, overly restrictive of homeschooling, with some states and local school districts effectively banning it entirely.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing, personally.
In Texas in the early 1980s, homeschooling families were actually prosecuted. But
wow, Texas was based at one point?
The turning point came after several Texas families filed a class action suit against their school districts and ultimately won. And around that same time, the HSLDA was formed with the aim of expanding the rights of homeschoolers in every state. And from the very beginning, it had a strong evangelical conservative outlook.
So basically fuck this organization because they're basically a Christian conservative group. That's essentially, main purpose, what it sounds like, is just, because it started off in Texas where a bunch of Christian conservative, evangelicals essentially got together, got galvanized in the idea that they, should be able to teach, Christian hyper-conservative evangelicalism to them. And, basically have the state not interfere instead of prosecuting them. So it's just like, this essentially is why this organization, hey, John, you're not winning me over on this. So far.
President and Chairman Michael Farris has referred to public schools as a godless monstrosity.
Yeah, you're really validating my points about why homeschooling be kind of a little bit bad. Like, if these motherfuckers are going to call, public schooling a godless monstrosity, then fuck them. They don't got no legal ground, especially when we're a secular state.
Speaking to the Christian Coalition and describing his long-term hopes for the next generation.
Today, it is not preposterous to recognize what's going on, the promotion of homosexuality, the promotion of other kinds of things that you heard from Walter Jones, and you've heard many other times, is a deplorable reality that we cannot countenance. I can't wait for the day when our young people vanquish the enemy by a 5-4 vote, reversing Roe versus Wade. And where we vanquish the specter of same-sex marriage. That's the standard of victory.
Okay, there is a lot that is hard to take in that clip, that's his wish list, that he's already gotten half of it, and that he's saying vanquish the enemy, despite looking less like a warrior and more like your tax accountant's assistant. Over the years, the HSLDA has
lobbied... But considering that, this project has, in some parts have succeeded, on the federal level by these motherfuckers, I think, this is another validation to the whole point. Like, fuck these type of people. They're kind of, a fundamental problem to this whole issue. Like, I mean, this is the reason why homeschooling is an issue and a problem. Instead of, maybe using it, in a hyper-restrictive way in a case-by-case context, you're basically just letting, like, hyper-Christian fascists to essentially, galvanize, a way to isolate their children into a fucking fascistic cult. And for Nazis to take over of it, too.
Issues that have nothing to do with homeschooling, opposing everything from vaccine mandates to same-sex marriage. But it speaks to how significant a force it is that even some parents who are uneasy with its political leanings feel that they have no choice but to be members. Here is one mom who started a homeschooling group to offer an alternative to what she saw as a whitewashed curriculum, talking about her relationship to the HSLDA.
Whenever there's a threat in any particular state to their right to homeschool, you will see us come together. We're not going to stay together, but we will band up because we all desperately need our right to homeschool. And that's the nuanced aspect of being in the homeschool world. The people that you have to work with in order to maintain what you hold dear are also the people who crush you.
It's true. The HSLDA have made themselves so powerful, many parents keep working with them even if they don't agree with everything they stand for. It's a dilemma otherwise known as the Tom Cruise conundrum. On the one hand, $1 billion at the box office. On the other, a billion-year contract to an alien mafia. It's tricky, right? It's tricky. What's a bunch of young hots to do? Plus, for what it's worth, the HSLDA, much like Tom Cruise, will probably never die. As a lobbying group, it's been astonishingly successful. In 4 decades, its efforts have been credited with rolling back existing laws governing homeschooling in state after state. And the
I won't be surprised if they had a strong influence in Oregon, when it comes to some of these things, too.
Will always make against any regulation is you're just punishing all the parents doing things right to address a handful who are doing it wrong. And in theory, sure. But when you've got some parents running the Homeschool Institute of Dishwashing and others running Lil Nazis R Us, it seems...
Lil Nazis R Us. What the fuck?
And the lack of regulation here has serious consequences and not...
Okay, now, I think this is where maybe me and John are actually going to be just kind of going unanimous agreement. So, I mean, because, like... Yeah, I kind of... This is why I wasn't really talking too much, because I kind of saw and kind of was seeing where his setup was going here, especially with the Little Nazis R Us podcast.
Regarding quality of education. And fair warning, this is where this story gets quite a bit darker.
More than 2 million children are being homeschooled in the U.S., many of them living in states that have little or no regulations, making it easy for abusive parents to hide behind the system.
Yep.
These are the faces of just some of the homeschooled children who've died as a result of abuse and neglect.
Died? Well, yeah, jeez. Oliver, you could have told me that this is going to be a little more than just dark when it comes to the morbidness of this.
Grubbs was homeschooled in Missouri. She tells us the discipline she received was anything but gentle.
I think that in a lot of ways, me and my siblings totally fell through the cracks. Because, with my mom's disciplinary techniques and my mom's educational neglect, it's really terrible that it has happened and it keeps happening, and nobody wants to stop it because parental rights are so paramount to anything else in this country.
And that's the problem. This weird obsession and, almost, rabid, fixation on parental rights, especially by far-right conservatives, is literally insane. Because honestly, sorry, but, just because you're a parent doesn't mean that you just get everything literally fucking handed to you. Obviously, there should be things to help you, especially when you're trying to do the best for what you're doing as a parent. But, if you're just using that fucking title and that sense of entitlement to just, get away with neglect, abuse, and just, getting your way in society and just being a fucking cunt, and especially when it comes to your children, then, well, just fuck you. This is the problem with the idea of just, putting parental rights over everything. It's there is merit to it when it comes to many things, but, when it is paramount over anything else, then that's a problem. Yeah, because there's plenty of contexts where parental rights matter, but sorry, when it comes to this shit, this ain't it, chief. Like, your parental rights are secondary when it comes to a child's education. Like, a child's educational rights are paramount over parental rights in this situation. Period.
And that is massively dangerous because deregulating homeschooling doesn't just eliminate safeguards against parents who are bad teachers. It also eliminates them against parents who are bad people.
Exactly.
All the HSLDA's talk of parental rights, it's worth remembering, Elon Musk is a parent. O.J. Simpson is a parent. Darth Vader is such a parent, he made it part of his fancy name change. The point is, having a child does not inherently make you virtuous. And one of the key problems here is, child welfare laws were written before homeschooling was legal in all 50 states. So they rely heavily on the premise that a child is going to be in school and seen by other adults. As this DA explains.
A lot of child abuse gets reported through our schools. Teachers and school administrators are mandated reporters. So, if a child comes to school with bruises or emaciated, that is a very common way that it gets reported.
Right, because the fact is teachers serve multiple functions at school in addition to education. They watch out for signs of abuse, they chaperone school events, and they pretend not to know why Ellie won't sit next to Rachel won't sit next to Kelsey, Kelsey's not talking to Ethan, even though Ethan's having a joint birthday party with Kelsey's brother Bryce, who just happens to be Rachel's boyfriend since last period. And they do all of that while also trying to teach long division. Teachers are superheroes who should make $1 million a year.
Base. Fuck yes. Yeah, dude. Yep.
You can probably see the fact that it is possible.
Maybe because, like, if we pay teachers more, maybe, the quality of education would be a little better in schools. And then, maybe it wouldn't be as much of a need to homeschool.
Pull a kid out of school with no questions asked or follow-ups allowed could easily be exploited by abusive parents, especially as most states don't even screen homeschool parents for red flags. 48 states have no background check process for parents who choose to homeschool. In fact, even if you have a prior conviction of a crime against a child, you can homeschool them. A study done in Connecticut found that of the 380 students withdrawn in 6 districts to be homeschooled, 138 lived in families that were the subject of at least one prior report of suspected abuse or neglect. And yet, despite this, at every turn, the HSLDA has vigorously fought efforts to put any guardrails in place. Here was their then president in 2015, explaining why they fight all regulations, even ones explicitly designed to prevent child abuse.
Child abuse is a parental issue, isn't it? Any child, whether
no, it's not.
they be a non-homeschool child or parent, whether they be a homeschool parent, they can abuse their children. They have the potential to do it. So why should we, for just a few, invade all of the other innocent parents? That's prior restraint. It's unconstitutional. It's un-American.
It's un-American, unconstitutional to, not abuse their children. Got it. Like, what a fucking sick, weird, cretinous fuck, dude. Like, what?
Some categories of regulations around homeschooling that you would support that you don't think of as an invasion or a takeover?
No, not any.
Okay, it is bad enough that he's arguing for a total lack of regulation there, but the fact that he openly licks the corners of his mouth before doing so somehow makes it worse. He looks like a cat went to a Zoltar machine and made a wish to be Andy Griffith. The HSLDA views any oversight whatsoever as an attack, even offering members a 24-hour hotline in case of a visit from the state. In fact...
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Here is the sister of that woman you saw earlier, explaining...
Okay, this whole fucking organization needs to be shut the fuck down, dude. Like, what the fuck?
...would practice what to do if Child Protective Services showed up on their doorstep.
The parent would lock the front door, would call the Homeschool Legal Defense Association on the phone, hand the phone out the kitchen window, and us kids were supposed to hide in the basement. We actually did drills on this stuff, folks. We did drills.
Like, instead of doing earthquake drills or fire drills or, God forbid, mass shooting drills or any of this shit, you had to do, like, oh yeah, CPS is coming. Do, like, hide in the basement drills. Like, what the fuck?
In case someone ever decided to check in on our well-being.
Holy shit, that is dark. Drills are meant for practicing what to do to avoid getting hurt, not to avoid getting help. It's why fire alarms say pull here in case of emergency and not snitches get stitches. The thing is, because of its committed membership, the HSLDA has the power to stop any kind of oversight in its tracks. Take Rayleigh's Law, named after an 8-year-old girl in West Virginia whose father pulled her out of school after he was reported for abuse. She died of neglect only a few weeks later. Now, eventually, legislators proposed a law that would prevent parents from withdrawing a child from school when there is a pending child abuse or neglect investigation, or when a parent has been convicted of domestic violence, child abuse, or neglect. And it seems,
I don't know if he's about to say this, but it seems like 48 states don't have any laws on their own on this, and seem to not give a fuck about enforcing this type of idea, because at least in Connecticut, with that data, it said 138 kids out of, what was it, like 360 or something like that? Like, you know, like pretty much a little over half, you know, like of those kids were essentially, you know, going to parents who were being homeschooling them that had a prior conviction of child abuse or neglect, which this law is supposed to protect those kids for.
Well, that law would be easy to get passed, right? But as the legislator who proposed it found out, not so much.
There were groups, I want to say there's like this homeschool defense fund group that came out against Rayleigh's Law.
The HSLDA.
That's it. And there were quotes about how awful this bill was, and it's an attack on homeschooling, and you know, they want to move the goalposts. That's what you do in politics, but I always thought maybe protecting children, you wouldn't actually go about that.
Well, shocker when it comes to, like, destroying, you know, like, the rights of children, the rights of trans people or queer people and shit like that. Like, no, it's actually quite the opposite. You're going to make it a political issue, move the goalposts no matter what. So, you need to catch up there, bro.
Right, and that seems pretty reasonable. And if the HSLDA thinks trying to protect kids from being taken out of school by people convicted of child abuse is an attack on homeschooling, they're saying quite a bit about what they believe homeschooling to be. If Chili's responded to a health inspector writing their workers up for pissing in the skillet queso with, "This is an attack on everything Chili's stands for. Don't punish the majority of our staff for the minority who piss and shit in our Presidente margaritas," you'd have some questions about what Chili's thinks it stands for. For the record, that man's bill never passed. And that story's been repeated in state after state after state. As one legislative aide who was...
And Rayleigh's Law needs to be, like, passed and enforced, dude. Like, this is something that needs to be a thing, because, like, this, I mean, you know, needs to, I mean, it seems like, honestly, it should just be a basic fucking common sense type of law, honestly, in my opinion.
LDA has said, "I've never seen a lobby more powerful and scary." And a legislator in Arkansas who tangled with them says, "They told me the only legislation they wanted was what Alaska had, which was nothing." At a certain point, it starts to feel
so
like...
Alaska just has nothing?
HSLDA is basically the homeschooling equivalent of the NRA. An extremely powerful organisation that, while it represents a large number of people, pursues an outermost fringe version of their agenda. So, where do we go from here? Well, in a perfect world, we'd make sure that homeschool kids were both safe and actually receiving a functional education. And there are smaller organisations like this one pushing for those sort of changes. But at the barest minimum, we could require in all 50 states to register a child as homeschooled, so there's at least a record that they exist. That is how low the bar is here, at the Earth's core, which I'm sure, according to at least one homeschooling textbook, is somewhere between soil and the fiery bowels of hell. But beyond that, we could pass some basic child safety protections to ensure parents can't pull their kids out of school to escape scrutiny for abuse. A few years ago, to its credit, Georgia passed a law that requires parents who pull kids out of school for no reason to send documentation within 45 days that they are homeschooling their child or proof of attendance at another school. If they don't do that, they're subject to a follow-up from the state. And even this Republican Georgia state rep acknowledges that it was needed.
If the people in your world that you believe are most protective of you are torturing you or abusing you, who's going to look out for you? I mean, I don't like government intervention in a lot of things, but the government's the only person I know of that can intervene in this kind of case to save a child.
Yeah.
Shocker. Maybe because he has heard of cases personally, or he's got friends who, have been abused themselves because of shit like this or something like that. I mean,
Right. He's just completely right. And agreeing with a staunch Republican Georgia state rep wasn't something I had on my 2023 bingo card. I've almost got a full bingo, by the way. I'm just waiting on you-know-who to you-know-what. And to be clear, I share his ambivalence about government intervention here. I understand that involving social services and the government in people's personal situations poses a risk, especially to those who aren't wealthy and who aren't white. It's not like I love the idea of giving the state room to poke around in people's lives, or that I think our child protective services system is flawless, no notes. We're almost definitely going to be doing a main story on CPS one day. But it does seem like giving parents a get out of all...
I kind of feel like that is a foreshadow to a future episode.
...free, no questions asked card just isn't the answer here. Because being a parent doesn't automatically make someone moral. And being with a parent doesn't automatically make a child safe. And the truth is, a few extra security measures would not hurt...
I mean, honestly, in some cases, it actually kind of means that, the child could probably even be harmed. Obviously, because, there's been children that have died because of this.
...who homeschool their children responsibly, but they definitely safeguard against those who use personal liberty as an excuse to neglect or harm their kids. The HSLDA can say all that it wants, that it doesn't support Nazis or child abusers. But the fact is, the policies that it relentlessly pushes for allow them to thrive. And basic reforms here just shouldn't be remotely controversial, because after all, this is about child welfare. This isn't rocket science. It's not even home sheep eye dissection. Don't Google it, by the way. I cannot emphasize that enough. All of this is just basic common sense.
I mean, it is. I mean, honestly, it really just kind of is in a sense, because, homeschooling in the United States is just honestly more detrimental than it is positive. Because, so much that happens, when it comes to homeschooling in the United States, would make the rest of the modern world be like, wait, what the fuck? This is legal? What? I mean, it's fucking wacko insane with, how bad, it is, in the United States when it comes to this type of shit. I mean, honestly, it's just, utterly fucking ridiculous. Get out of here, fly. Boop. What type of fly are you? What, are you like a little newt or something? Little nip flyers? The fuck? Boo. Some rain ass little fly just trying to buzz around. It wasn't a crane fly or anything, and also wasn't a mosquito, so I have no idea what it was. It kind of looked like a mosquito, though. Burp. Burp, 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 burp. Here. Wow, I like how I just finally got something about this. From 15 hours ago, Steve Scalise has won a Republican nomination to serve the next House Speaker. So Steve Scalise is the official House Speaker. Didn't it, say, I ain't gonna hold any promises, but, I think he would make a pretty good speaker, blah, blah, blah. Why do I feel like he's, starting to pull some strings? I feel like Matt Gaetz might be pulling some strings here and there, dude. He's starting to really work his way up a little bit, even though, a good chunk of the Republican Party doesn't like him. I think there are probably people that, within the Republican Party, that do like him enough that so many people that don't like him like those people. So I think, there's, a little bit of, arm twisting shit that he's able to do. Because I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be the goddamn fucking, whatchamacallit. Fucking, the House Speaker, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. What type of Jubilee is this? Find the Flat Earther? Fuck it. What? Find a Flat Earther. No, what the fuck? The fact that there are people in 2023 that still believe in Flat Earth is so impressive for me. Dude, I'm just gonna say, right off the bat on that one. What the fuck? There are still people to this day that unironically believe in the Flat Earth. You know what? All of them are faking it. All of them are trolls. It's just that, you know, only one of them is just like an honest troll, and the rest of them are just still like, nah, I believe it.
Believe the earth is round.
I believe the earth is round.
I believe the earth is round.
I believe.
Wait. Find the flat. Wait. So we're finding the flat earther. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is the... Oh, fuck. This is the other way around? Oh, I misinterpreted this. Oh, like... Oh, fuck. My brain interpreted it for a second. No, this is finding the flat earther. Oh, shit, dude. Ooh.
The earth is round.
I believe the earth is round.
I believe the earth is round.
I believe the earth is round.
Okay, let's see here. Let's gauge our buddies, because one of them is a flat earther, secretly. And you know what? There's something about her that tells me that she believes in astrology and like astral signs and horoscopes and shit like that. I have a feeling that she's probably the flat earther. That's just my hunch. Nothing really stands out. I don't think she's a flat earther. He looks like a science bro, so he definitely does not stand out as a flat earther. I'm pretty sure he's fine. She just kind of looks like a dorky little humanitarian department college girl, so whatever. She seems fine. He kind of seems like an indie punk dude. He seems fine. I think he's fine. You know what? Yeah, he's also like a weird, quirky science looking bro. You know what? Hold on. You know what? There's something about his eyes. There's something about... Oh, you know what? There's something about this guy. I got a hunch on this one. But I'm going to still... I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, chick. I'm sorry, lady, but my hunch is still on you. But this guy right here in this red shirt, he's I don't know. There's something about him that's going on. I don't know. I got my eye on him. So, I'm going to at least make my initial prediction and say it's the chick in the top left right there. But I got my eyeball on this guy here in the top middle. I got my eyeball on him.
So just as a pose, who here believes the earth is flat?
Okay, raise your hands right now. Any of you guys take flights?
I think...
Okay, you know what? The fact that she laughed first... It's like, do any of you take flights? Okay, the fact that that the same lady I just had a hunch on started asking that, and that's what happened immediately, makes me think even more that she's a flat earther.
I would have to assume everyone at some point in their life.
I mean, is it a thing? Do you guys hear about flat Earth out there? I mean,
I've heard like some things. I never believed they existed, to be honest. I was like, there's no way you think this. I feel like I've only...
She's laughing and chuckling that too much. She's like, I never thought this would ever exist. I never believed... dude, strong vibes that she's a flat earther. She's a flat earther. Oh, dude, I'm believing it. I believe it. Dude, you know what? I think I nailed it. I got, you know what? I'm sold. I am sold.
On like TV or like movies, like I've never perceived someone in real life being a flat earther. I was very surprised just to find out somebody in here was a flat earther in the first place.
Honestly, I thought that the flat earther would be someone that like didn't go to college. So
that's what I was also gonna say single and live with your parents.
So my image of flat earther is like just a generic white guy.
I picture somebody who's a little...
What the fuck, dude? I mean, hold on. What?
So my image of flat earther is like just a generic white guy.
I mean, I don't even think you took that seriously. I mean, like, what? Like, wow. Awesome description, my dude.
I picture somebody who's a little bit lanky, who wears, t-shirts. Okay, sure.
Oh my god, this is a banger already, bro. Who just wears t-shirts. Wow. I'm a lanky, skinny dude. I wear t-shirts. I must be a flat earther, bro. And I'm also a generic white guy, so you know what? I must be a flat earther, bro. Fucking nailed it, dude. Nailed that shit.
By doing like, what does everyone do or what does everyone study or something like that.
I went to UC Berkeley and studied biology, but now I'm a Twitch streamer.
I have a...
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Twitch streamer? And she was doing some biology. Okay. My sus vibes are still on. Just because you believe in biology and stuff doesn't mean that it doesn't really exclude the fact that flat earther. Okay, I don't know. I don't want the fact that she was in biology and the science of that, to try to dilute my assumption, even though that was a bias. And because I was about to say that, because I was about to say, because she has a background in science, that is a bias in itself, and I don't want to oh, fuck. I don't know, now she's making me question if she's a flat earther. I'm still kind of holding on to that. You know what? This guy, our boy, oh my god, is this John Fetterman, but 70 years old? I mean, holy fuck, this dude is like gargantuan. Jesus Christ. I mean, he hasn't said anything yet. So, I have my eye on him and he hasn't said much yet. Everyone else has said some stuff here a little bit. Not him.
There's a master's in mechanical engineering.
I study sociology and kinesiology.
I work for an electronics company. We develop products, mostly that is used with the Air Force and government.
Got my bachelor's in psychology and then...
Air Force and government? This guy's stuttering about that.
Currently at UCLA getting my PhD in neuroscience.
I'm currently getting my BS in microbiology and I'm pre-med.
I have had a few careers. I was a high school English teacher. I was a software engineer. And now I'm a restaurateur.
So, what evidence is there that the Earth is flat or, I guess, round?
Why are you a round earther?
Yeah. Why are you a round earther?
There's a lot of things regarding whether the Earth is round, obviously people have traveled around the world, and if the Earth was flat, somebody would have fallen off. Secondly, also, every single planet is round, so why would every planet plus the stars be round, but Earth is flat? Just also, third, when you look out in the horizon, you can only see about 12 miles out. If the Earth was flat, you could see out forever, hypothetically. So the Earth is round, in my...
Well, oh fuck. Okay. Kat, I might have been wrong about you. Alright, oh fuck. It's okay. Oh shit, I might have been wrong. Dude, she was pretty concise and pretty quick with it. She was pretty quick with it. But, I still want to, hold my bet, though. I want to, see if I can still hold the psychic game, dude. And be like, yo, I got that shit on lock. Because, dude, I still have a hunch, man. But, oh, man, she's making me more skeptical the more she talks. And it's like, fuck, bro. I don't know. I don't know if she's actually the one who's the flat earther now. I'm starting to be skeptical. You know what? I don't know. Maybe this guy might. I'm starting to think maybe he is. Because, that face is yeah, I might be able to see that, possibly. Yes.
Oh, man, that was a lot of points.
A lot of points. I mean, yeah, but they were accurate. I mean...
It's a little suspicious of it.
Oh, shit. Dude, oh, fuck. Yeah, dude. I was right, dude. He was odd that you know all those points just right off the top of your head. Which, so, fuck, bro. Dude, he's making me skeptical again. He's making me go back onto my lock, dude. Oh, my God, dude. This is wild. Oh, my fucking God. Shit. Holy fuck. Dude, this is actually kind of hard. Honestly, this is actually hard because, so far, it seems like Kat's on blast right now. And I'm really kind of thinking that she's the flat earther so far. I mean, I don't know. She did make those points, which are, for the most part, accurate. Wait, hold on. Is it 12 miles for the event horizon? Because she might be off on that. I think it might honestly be more about 20 or something. I mean, she might be off, but I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're arguing my point pretty well.
I don't know. She might be overcompensating.
I mean, obviously, like
overcompensate. Oh dude, people are suspect. Oh fuck. She might be it.
you got to know the talking points for the router.
If I were to add anything, I would just say, like, I mean, we also have, like, photographic evidence.
I feel like trying to come up with.
You know what? Like, Kat never mentioned that. You could have been quick with it and be like, we have photographic evidence, we have satellite imagery and stuff like that. There you go. Quick to it, solves it all. There you go.
just to spice up the conversation. I mean, they could fisheye the photos. They could like.
They photoshopped it.
You know.
I like how the one time he really started popping in, he's like, well, devil's advocate. Oh, shit. He might be it, actually. Because you know what? Kat is a Twitch streamer, so she knows how to get her points really quickly across and, like, ish gallop. This guy doesn't, and he just, oh, fuck, oh, dude, oh, shit.
Solid point, you know? They could be photoshopped.
I just think it's funny that this is a thing. I was a software engineer. We did geomapping. Okay, so we had to map distances between addresses. And there's a thing called spherical geometry.
Actually, the ancient Greeks figured that out. There were enough of them that walked from one town to another. They're like, this is not exactly where we think it should be. And they were clever enough that into the thousands of years BC, they knew that the Earth was round.
Also, I always wonder, like, is there an edge? Like, have you guys seen, like, Pirates of the Caribbean? You know, when they fall and they go to the edge of the Earth, and, you know, like, that's what I envision flat earthers believe. And then also, what happens with night and day? Like, if it was flat, and then the sun, like, how does that work? I haven't done enough research on flat earthers.
When you travel, I mean, you can travel both ways around, right? You can go one way or the other to get to the other side of the world.
Like, I've flown to Shanghai so often, and I've also been to Europe. So, like, at some point, I should have fallen off, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, theoretically, right? If there's an edge, you should have at least seen,
Wait, are any of you guys religious?
Yeah, I'm Hindu, so
I'm not religious.
I'm Catholic.
Protestant.
Whoa, wait. Honestly, I figured that guy would probably be agnostic or something. Like, honestly, dude, he's Catholic? I did not expect him to say that. I'm assuming he might have been raised Catholic.
But
like a belief.
Yeah, I'm a believer.
I'm deist. That's what. Yeah, I think our guy. I think his name's Ryan. I think our guy over here. Yeah, that would be a deist.
Term theist myself.
I'm an atheist. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in religion.
Oh, gotcha.
Whoa, where are you going? What's the rush?
Fuck your ads. Get back to it. Get back to the groove of things.
this episode. Now let's get back to the video.
Yeah, please. Alright.
He is an English teacher, and if you do literature, you must be a free thinker, and your mind must be able to push the imagination.
What the fuck? Oh! And Ryan's throwing the shade back with Kat. Oh, damn, bro. Dude, Kat is saying Ryan, and Ryan's saying Kat. Oh, dude, they're throwing shade at each other. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, you know, okay, low-key, this makes me think Kat is more of a flat earther now. Because, dude, I, can be a free thinker and push the imagination, this and that. But guess what? I can know for goddamn objective fact, that the earth is not flat. So, I mean, come on. I mean, that's a little bit of shade at motherfuckers like me, Kat. I mean, come on. And you're not a free thinker when you're a Twitch streamer and probably meander about random bullshit. I mean, come on. Streamer to streamer. Let's be real here.
When he started to defend flat earthers in the beginning, I was like, Plus, he also looks the role, I'm sorry to say, but he also kind of looks like a flat earther.
Oh my god! Dude, his idea of being a generic white guy is just George. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Dude, they're voting him out. Oh no. All three of them say, oh, dude, Ryan's getting voted out. No, dude, my boy Ryan, no, dude, he's getting... Dude, my boy Ryan got fucked, bro. No, dude, that's... Oh, dude. Dude, my boy Ryan. Hats off to Ryan, dude. He fought the good fight.
Why do you think they're suspicious of you?
Well, I'm a little bit older than most of them, and I have a little bit more of a variety of a career.
Can I ask what like political affiliation everyone has?
Yeah, sure. I'm unaffiliated. I don't like politics, so.
Well, you're a Twitch streamer, so obviously you probably avoid it.
Same. I guess I would lean more towards like a liberal. I feel like I'm privileged enough to not be into politics like that.
I mean, same. I don't want to like disagree with
What does that even mean?
I'm just saying, but it's true. So.
Well, now I don't want to say anything because I mean, if I had to pick a team, I'm definitely conservative. But
okay. Well, a lot of flat earthers tend to lean conservative, and also a lot of them these days tend to lean pretty fucking weird with the conspiratorial shit anyway, and flat earthers just one variety blend of it all. Oh my god, dude, he's looking at him with just this mentality of like, you're a flat earther, bitch. Dude, he's looking at him with like the fucking intent of voting him out, being like, no.
Through considering things logically.
I'm more of a, I say I'm a left-leaning moderate. Yeah.
I want about the market socialist type.
I think I lean more liberal, but obviously making sure to think about things in context to reason things up.
Wait, okay, I have a question. What's the defense you can make for flat earthers? I always like to like look at the other the opposition to make a conclusion.
Now she's making that. I think she feels comfortable because George mentioned it earlier.
I will say this is probably gonna like make you guys think that I'm the mole, but I will say that I'm not 100% sure we went to the moon. So.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that makes me start to think. Okay, look. How do you pronounce it? Ikpamusa? Ikpamuswa? I mean, it's like he doesn't think we went to the moon. That's starting to make me really suspicious. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, my sister believes we never went to the moon either. And, she's not a flat earther, so, fuck. You know, I guess there are people that aren't flat earthers that can believe this, so, fuck. Because, man, this is hard. Man, and the two people that I do think are the flat earthers are still in here, so fuck. I don't know if I want to add more to this list, but he's starting to make, dude, he just mentioned that shit, and it's making me think, like, is he hiding something and being really good about hiding it?
I'm not like I'm not 100% convinced that we've gone to the moon. So I don't know. Maybe if we didn't go to the moon, what else could the government be lying to us and NASA be lying to us about?
What's your reasoning behind that, though?
Why did oh shit, dude? I noticed that George did. Yes, you're right, dude. He did that little point to him. You know what? What if he's doing a fake? What if he's faking it to see if he can weasel George into being comfortable to like kind of let out some thing. Okay, maybe he's doing a power move. Oh my god, I don't know, dude. I don't even know. I can't even tell, dude. What the fuck?
Like a lot, I guess. A lot of things just seem suspicious to me. When I first started, I was like, oh, cool that we went to the moon. But then I'm like, well, we went to the moon with very little tech, like the tech that like in the.
It was not just very little. I think maybe he just hasn't researched and doesn't know much about it. I mean, he also said he didn't know much about flat eartherism in general, so maybe he just doesn't know anything about this as much outside of basic education. So maybe I don't know, maybe he just needs to like watch a documentary about it.
And then also just like the flag was waving, which I mean, I guess really doesn't make any sense considering there's no wind.
There's multiple reasonings as to why that's the case. Like there is a very low atmosphere. There's like radiation, like winds and stuff like that that are on the moon and stuff like that. Like there's reasons as to why that is happening.
But and then like also there were shadows, which also doesn't really make sense because
you know there is a sun, right? And the fact that some of the shadows are a little different is just due to, you know, like the angle of the picture and also due to if I remember correctly, due to like other elements of like, I forgot exactly what. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've like delved into like this conspiracy, and honestly, the fact that he knows so much about this is starting to make me think a little bit that maybe this guy's flat earther now.
Earth because the way it was, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So I just had a bunch of questions. That's it. Interesting. 100%.
But like you, I also agree that we wanted to win certain aspects.
Oh my god, dude! Now George is a great. Oh my, see, you know what? Oh fuck, look at him, dude. You know what? I think he was doing a power move because, like, yeah, you white boy would believe it. Oh my god, it was a power move. I think that was a power move. Holy shit, because now he got George comfortable enough to start agree. Oh my god, it was a power move. It's George. He's the flat earther. I'm changing it. It's George.
We're one weird.
It's on lock. It's George.
Were any of you guys like, I mean, I did vote Ryan out, so was there anyone else that was like suspicious to anyone?
I will say I voted for Georgia. I apologize.
I also did.
Oh, you know what? That's probably why he did that, because he wanted to try to see if he can get more information out of him.
Yeah, just because he started off defending them a little bit, so I was like,
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's maybe like scientific curiosity.
I mean,
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, you're conservative, and a lot of listen. I mean,
political shade. I love the clown music in the background, but dude, he's sussing him out pretty good. Where I'm thinking that he's just doing the power move.
Right-wing individuals believe some pretty insane things, like Trump is still president. Far right-wing, far right can be pretty crazy thinkers. So I'm not sure where on the political spectrum you are, but you say conservative, and I get a little, just a tid queasy, just a bit worried.
I wonder why. A tid queasy. Hey, I don't blame you, my friend. I feel the same way.
I'm interested, like, how come I mean, I get that you were trying to...
She is, like, having to, like, literally do this. Dude, I feel bad for Tatum. She's like, hi, how you doing? Here, I just want to talk to you. Like, she has to, like look up at him like he's a skyscraper, dude. I feel bad for her. She's so short.
From the other perspective.
Or maybe he's just so tall.
But, like, what compelled you to like defend flat earthers?
So from a scientific aspect, I think everything needs to be considered. What would you say if dude showed up and said, you know what, instead of like things being normal like they are, space bends and time is flexible? What do you think of that? 100 years ago, I'm surprised anyone took up the idea at all. But that's kind of considered the norm for today. I might not be a flat earther, but I believe that space is flat. I don't think that time bent.
I like how both of them look at. Oh my god! You know what? Yeah, I'm rolling her out. Look at her. She's like, what the fuck? Holy fuck. She's like, what? I mean, honestly, I'm starting to think he's a flat earther at this point. And, like, I mean, like, I guess in a sense he's not. I mean, well, he is. I mean, it's not like flat, but it is like on a dimensional plane in a sense. Like, but it's not like flat. Because obviously the stars, you know, in various different points in areas of space and shit like that. So that wouldn't make sense.
Space works. But I think there's things that make it look like that. I just got myself voted off the show, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
But I think that famous scientists in the past, like Albert Einstein, he had to think freely about how to rationalize things that couldn't be answered at the time. So he answered questions that no one can answer.
He seems to know a lot, and a lot of flat earthers do a lot of research so that they can fight and argue their belief.
Do you not believe that gravity bends space and time, as it's like black hole theories?
I have an entire whole hypothesis on that. I've written a bunch of stuff personally.
Oh, have you? Okay, he's voted off.
And please talk about it.
And it would take a long time.
Do you know who the mole is? Comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'm pretty sure it's George.
He
Yep.
was so free-thinking and so willing to consider all options that I thought his thinking could like transcend the round Earth, and he could arrive back to the flat Earth conclusion again.
What does that even mean? What?
Yeah, I mean, if he started to doubt whether we were on the moon or not, I feel like he would have some other things to doubt.
I voted for Ikpamosa, mostly because I thought he was going to vote for me.
Oh my god! Wow.
Well, I mean, when discussing scientific topics, you have to have a degree of open-mindedness. So kind of digging into that, I think, a little deep gave everyone the impression that I was free-thinking enough to be a flat earther and be trying to hide it.
Do you want to keep playing because you think the mole could still be in the box? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! They're just, oh my, dude, they all think it's him. Oh my god.
So we move on to round 3.
He's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to really defend myself now.
What are your guys' thoughts on climate change?
I think climate change is real, and it's very scary when you look at what's happening to our environment.
I think you feel it. I mean, I feel like every single year summer keeps coming around sooner and sooner, and it lasts a lot longer. It's hotter. Yeah.
I mean, we're hearing about people dying of heat waves. I feel like it's hard to not believe. I feel like at this point, if you're actively like trying to not believe that global warming is a thing, I'm like, this Earth, if you believe it around the flat, is fucked.
It's going down.
I mean, yeah.
Oh no. It's scary to think about. Every time I think about having kids, I'm like, oh, good luck, guys. Not my problem. I know. I mean, honestly, it is.
Well, that's kind of the problem, isn't it, bitch? Like, I mean, it is your problem, though. I mean, fuck you, low-key.
That's true, yeah. I believe that we have a responsibility to kind of fix it. It's not, we didn't
but it's not our problem. Okay, whatever.
start this problem, but we could definitely make it worse, so we shouldn't do
How
that.
old is everybody?
I'm 23.
I'm 28.
19.
24.
20.
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah.
This guy is the only one who's older than me. Jesus Christ.
Gen Z.
I feel bad that we voted out. I know.
So, I mean, I feel like as a young group, we're more educated, so I feel like it's harder to like really point down, or for one of us to really believe.
Yeah, for sure.
The Earth is flat.
I was just gonna say one thing. I've watched this show before, and like they like to throw you off by like appearance based. So in the best way possible, you look very science-y. I don't know.
What is that? Oh my god. Some shade out of nowhere on this guy. Oh my lord.
I feel like your educational background like fits it too perfectly that I feel like they could easily be like, what was your educational background again?
I did ME for both bachelor's and master's.
Wait, but he could be lying.
Oh.
I'm kind of suspicious of you too.
I was
like, it's only due to not talk.
Oh my god, now they're just throwing shade at everybody. Oh my god, the paranoia.
I mean, I'll share.
I don't know.
Earlier of like, I don't know the moon landings, and I was like, it really is actually. Yeah, that's the only reason.
So do you think the Odyssey to the Titanic happened? Submersible trip thing.
Did that happen?
Yeah, do you think that
I think rich white people doing dumb rich white people things is going to happen throughout this.
It's true, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Oh, for sure, that definitely happened.
I'm not gonna lie though, I was a little suspicious of you. Still kind of am. I think just because you said you.
Oh shit! The first time that she gets shade. Uh-oh.
religious. And I feel
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. I will say, I mean, being Indian, you cannot believe in being a flat earther. You need to believe in, like, concrete, solid proof. Both of my parents are software engineers. I cannot go believing in flat earthing.
Damn. Tatum, huh? Oh, they're just getting him, dude. Damn. He's like, all right, bye. Fuck it.
On the count of 3, raise your hand if you want to keep playing.
Does seem like they will. I'm pretty sure they're gonna end it now. Oh, they think it was him.
Majority has voted not to keep playing because they are confident that the moles have voted out. If the box turns green, you 4 have correctly guessed the mole out and will split the cash prize. If the box turns red, the mole is still among the 4 of you, and they have won the cash prize.
Dude, if this box turns red, I'm gonna flip out.
So,
I'm curious, dude.
ready? 1, 2,
I'm curious.
3.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, shit. Oh. So, wait. Oh, so it wasn't Cat. Was it George? It's George. It's George. It's fucking George.
Oh,
Thank you guys for all believing in round Earth.
So I'm going to count to 3, and then the mole may step forward.
It's George. It's him.
2, 3.
Wait.
No, it was Ryan. Oh my God, it was Ryan. What?
I know it's wacky. No fucking way. I did not suspect he was a flat earther. Are you fucking kidding me? That was a curveball. No, I'm speechless. I did not think it would be goddamn Ryan, dude.
Are you guys surprised at all?
I actually am. I had, like, all my money was on George.
Dude, my money was on George. I mean, holy shit.
Wait, whoa, the school teacher is the flat earther? You were a teacher at one point. So for me, I was like, oh, well, I mean, he's a teacher, so he
Dude, no shit. Dude, like, Ikamosa, or Ikpamosa, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher that. But, like, dude, like, him and I have pretty much, like, a similar, like, mindset with this. Like, I honestly thought it was George. All my money was on him at once I started sussing him out. Like, and because he was teacher, it's like, oh, well, whatever, you know.
He wouldn't believe such a crazy idea. And here I am, wrong.
You had a pretty good shtick with the software engineer thing, but I can't say any more than vibe. I had a vibe it was you.
Yeah, story-wise, it was with my team of engineers, which is interesting. Ooh. It's surprising how much you don't think about certain things until you do. My fiance, she's been on this before.
Oh, okay.
So it's because of his wife.
Oh, which episode?
The Wilbur's wife.
Wait a minute. His wife was on this before. Okay, we gotta check this out. Oh my fucking God! No way.
Interesting. I didn't know if it was that one. But
We're all taught certain things. We are, whether we admit it or not, we're indoctrinated with beliefs, with certain things, whether it's religion, whether it's government, whether it's what have you. You know, we're taught a lot more what to think instead of how to think.
If you don't mind me asking, do you believe truth is subjective or objective?
I definitely believe in an objective truth.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of ridicule, there's a lot of hate when people believe in something different, and I find it fascinating, really. I don't, it doesn't really bother me. There's trolls out there, or as Taylor Swift would say, the haters will hate. It's fine.
He's throwing out some Taylor Swift. Are you serious? Is he a Swiftie? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. You know, I want to click this just so I can, like, have this for later. For, like, another day or something. Because, oh my god. That was a gem. I didn't think that, like, because I think I might have seen that on my own time before once. Maybe as, like, you know, someone else reacted to it, but, I mean, like, that is pretty wild, but pretty awesome. Like, holy shit. I did not suspect it to be Ryan. My initial hunch was, like, Kat, and I was like, yeah, maybe her because astrology, horoscope shit, maybe, stuff like that. You know, and then George because he just kind of had a look in his eye. And Ryan, I was like, he just kind of looks like some, like, you know, mechanic or something. But it was like, but he had, like, you know, pretty random background, I guess. But he was the dude. I was like, I did not suspect that. That was pretty fucking surprising to me, honestly. Holy shit. Goddamn. Flat Earthers, man. What the fuck? Honestly, he's got it wild in that one. It was a dude that I honestly least suspect. That's got it whack. I feel like the round earthers are actually probably just trying to overcompensate in a way, if that's the case. I gotta see more of those. I gotta get better at those ones. Those ones are not, I'm not really good as with, so I need to get better at it. But, you know, I'm gonna get myself some food and call it good, get myself some sleep for work tomorrow. Then maybe doing a little hour stream or something like that before I go to work and all that fun shit. But actually, I won't probably be able to. I might have to do a couple errands, but that would just depend on if you know, my dad gets back from his doctor's appointment and all that stuff he's doing tomorrow. So, fun. But, you know, I'll at least call it good for now. So, peace out and see y'all.